morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to look at some official reveals from Steallar Crown. Because Steallar Crown, I'm going to be honest with you, right? It's getting a bit closer. I know Worlds is coming up. I'm excited about Worlds. You're probably also excited about Worlds. But Steallar Crown is still coming, ladies and gentlemen. And that means we need to have a good old chat about some new cards. And you never know. Maybe we throw some fun news in at the end of the video. That could be fun, right? Who knows? For now, we've got some new reveals, and the big one among them is Blastoise. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Blastoise coming. It's Blastoise EX, and this is one of those things where it's an innocuous EX that gives us a lot of information. Because you see, if we have a look, generally speaking, at Steallar Crown, this is the English version of the set, it is largely, not entirely, but largely based on the Japanese set Stellar Miracle. Largely the same set, but we've got a bunch of extra cards in there. And one of the things that I've been telling you all the way along is that there aren't enough EXs. We're getting 10 regular EXs and 4 Stellar EXs, and there just aren't that Stellar Terra EXs. And there just aren't that many in Stellar Miracle. We need more. And Blastoise is one of those. It's not from Stellar Miracle, and if you've been following this channel, you'll probably know where it is from. It is from the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise EX deck over in Japan. Cool deck. Obviously, I picked it up because it's awesome. I actually picked up 2 by accident, but sold one at cost to a lovely person, and it worked out very nicely. And what we've got here is a deck that had 3 exclusive EXs. Now, one of them is Charizard. I say exclusive, they're alternate arts of the one from 151. But one of them is Charizard, and you'll notice the Charizard I showed you the other day. There is a Charizard Super Premium collection, and that comes with a Charizard promo, and the Charizard promo is the one from this deck. And that immediately got my brain thinking. I showed you a video the other day where I predicted all of the EXs that were going to be appearing in this set, as in Steallar Crown, and I told you I expected the Venusaur and Blastoise from this deck, or this deck set, I suppose, to pop up in Steallar Crown. At that point, it was a prediction, a well-founded prediction. We needed EXs. These have been released in Japan for a little while now. The numbers built up. It made sense. But we hadn't seen the EXs. Well, now we have seen the Blastoise. And at this stage, I'm not saying that the Venusaur is confirmed. It's obviously not confirmed. If it was actually confirmed, I'd be showing you a picture of the Venusaur. And I'm not showing you the picture of the Venusaur, so it's not actually confirmed, but it's confirmed. Come on. We've got the Blastoise. The Venusaur is coming. The Charizard obviously not coming in the set. Like I've said, it's coming in the Ultra Premium Collection. Now, there were 3 other brand new exclusive cards that were released in that set over in Japan, and they were the illustration rares. The Charmander we got a while ago. That was the Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer Box promo, which basically a year out at this point. That was the Scarlet and Violet 3 Elite Trainer Box promo, and we're talking about Scarlet and Violet 7 Steallar Crown at this point. The other 2 were Squirtle and Bulbasaur. No predictions need to be made here. As I have previously shown you, they have both been shown off and Proper Job officially confirmed as coming in Steallar Crown. And look, the fact that we had them meant that Blastoise and Venusaur were very likely. Now we've got actual confirmation of the Blastoise. It's been properly shown off. So literally the only one we're missing at this stage is the Venusaur. 2 of the illustration rares are coming in Steallar Crown because the other one was a promo, the Charmander. Blastoise is coming. Charizard was a promo. Again, I cannot actually tell you Venusaur's going to be in Steallar Crown. It's not confirmed or official yet. But oh my word, it is as close as you can possibly get to being confirmed without technically being confirmed. As for the card, like I say, it is a reprint of the one from 151 with different artwork. It's got 330 HP and an ability that says it takes 30 less from damage, giving it an effective HP of 360. And I always thought this was going to end up being really good. I know it's a stage 2, and stage 2s are awkward, I get that entirely, but it's beefy. We've then got 2 energy, and you discard up to 2 basic water from your hand, and this does 140 for each card you discarded in this way, which means a pretty easy 280, which is enough to get V-stars and everything else. The only thing this doesn't get is stage 2 EXs. So the beef combined with a good number on the attack, I thought was going to end up with this being a really good playable card. And look, 151 came out a while ago at this point, and the verdict is in... no. Basically, no. But a man can dream, ladies and gentlemen. A man can dream. So Steallar Crown's starting to come together. There's another card they've shown off, and this one is not a surprise at all, but I need to show you, partly because it's been shown off. It's news. We're a news channel, largely, so, we're going to show you the news. Secondly, it's awesome. It's the illustration rare Leap. Which, again, that was an illustration rare that was in Steallar Crown. So it would have been super weird if it wasn't, or is in Stellar Miracle in Japan. It would have been super weird if it wasn't in Steallar Crown over here, but it's still cool that we're getting it. In terms of the card itself, I mean, it's the stage 1. There is a stage 2. The stage 1, single energy, 50 damage during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. It's not good. But the kind of the whole point of this is it's supposed to be a conduit to the stage 2. So even though we're showing you the English reveals here, I am going to be a little bit cheeky. I'm going to show you the stage 2 in Japanese. It's the Cradily. And basically, it's got an ability. Once during your turn, you can flip a coin, and if heads, you can make your opponent poisoned, burned, or confused. Basically, the special conditions that do damage, not the ones that stop attacking, your sleep, your paralysis. Yes, I know that confusion can stop attacking, but that seems to be the distinction they've made here. Does it deal damage, or does it just stop attacks? And then we've got an attack that does 100 damage for each special condition on the defending Pokemon. It's not actually good. Sorry. Wish it was. But hey-ho, you can't win them all. And we need to finish off today with what might just be the best Pokemon TCG news of the year. I'll be honest with you, it's not actually related to Steallar Crown or the reveals we've talked about today, although they were cool and important. But the news is that the casting lineup has been revealed for the World Championships in Hawaii in a couple of weeks. And I'm delighted to say that once again, I made it. 3 years in a row. And I'm going to be honest with you, right? As far as I'm aware, and as always, please feel free to argue with me in the comment section about this, but we've done 3 years in a row of London, Yokohama, Honolulu, which I think are both the 3 best individual options ever, and by far the best 3-year run in terms of locations that the Pokemon World Championships has ever had. To be a part of all of that is awesome. The Pokemon TCG lineup as a whole is Chip Ritchie, Carl Sablehouse, Karl Sugovich, Pablo Meza, myself, Shea Burton, and Shelby Boo. That is, of course, left to right as we go, which is very obviously in alphabetical order by first name, or for the 2 Kyles, second name. And I gotta say, I am fully aware it's complete coincidence. Totally got the centre square. And they managed to find a picture of me where I don't look horrendous, which is weird, but let's just go for it. As always, beyond delighted to be casting Worlds, and this isn't something I take for granted. Like, I know at this stage, I'm 3 years into casting Worlds. This is my 3rd Worlds in a row. Please, 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 don't think I'm taking this for granted. This isn't something where I'm just like, well, I did it the last 2 years, of course I'm doing it this year. I do not think for a second that having done it for the past 2 years meant that I was automatically doing it this year, or, I've done it 2 years, I should get it a 3rd year, or anything silly like that. There is no sense of entitlement here, or it should definitely be me. All 3 years, it's been a genuine surprise and delight to be included on the list. And it's just wonderful. It's one of those things where, and anybody who's done casting out there will understand. If you haven't, I'm hoping you can kind of guess here. It is bizarre and weird and just surreal. Like, to do Worlds once is amazing. But, you know, the first year of Worlds, it was in London, so it's just like, well, it's my home Worlds, and it's nice and easy, and, you know, it's easier to get British casters in for that than US even. So, you know, don't get me wrong, delighted, beyond delighted to do the first Worlds, but that one was a bit like, okay, this is the easy one. It should have been, you know, if I was going to be picked for one, it would be this one. And then last year, of course, it being in Japan, I think I've made my thoughts about Japan pretty clear over the past couple of years. So that was just beyond amazing. Absolutely delighted. And that was really special because, of course, that was, hang on a second, that's 2 years in a row. And it's one that isn't in the UK. So this seems kind of big. That they've actually, and you know, getting me to Japan was, shall we say, not exactly the easiest. So that was kind of a big deal. And then to get it 3 years in a row, just beyond amazing. Next year, I don't know. It's not up to me. I'm not picking Worlds. You know I want to cast Worlds. I've made that very clear. But as with all of this, it's not up to me. It's up to people far more important than myself. And I am delighted that I get to go back this year in Honolulu, and what a lovely Shea Burton making his Worlds debut. Absolutely earned it. You guys have not seen how hard Shea has been working behind the scenes for the past 2 years to get to the stage where this was a pretty obvious choice. Shea at Worlds is going to be awesome. Casting with Shea at Worlds is going to be awesome. And I'm sure I've told the story before, but Worlds 2012 in Hawaii, when I went through the last chance qualifier, actually played at Worlds. When I was watching the final, which was the first ever official Pokemon live stream, in the crowd in Hawaii in 2012, that was the moment I decided I want to be a caster. So going back to the next Worlds 12 years later in Hawaii under those conditions, oh, it's a little bit special, ladies and gentlemen. It is a little bit special. Not sure if everyone watching this is going to agree it's the best news ever, but for me, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best news ever. All right, there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about the Blastoise and the Lily. Tell me if you're as excited as I am that I'm casting Worlds, which I'm going to be honest, you're probably not, but you never know. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.